Central banks are significant gold holders and play an important role in the management of reserves. A gold reserve is a gold owned by a country's central bank to support the value of its currency, and it was used as a pledge to redeem commitments to pay depositors, note holders, or trading peers during gold standard periods. Governments place a high value on gold reserves. When inflation starts to rise, governments will buy large amounts of gold as a countermeasure. These are the top 10 countries with the largest gold holdings. Number 10. Netherlands. 612.5 tons. The Dutch central bank announced that it will be moving its gold vaults from Amsterdam to Camp Nou Amsterdam, about an hour outside the city, citing burdensome security measures of its current location. As many others have pointed out, this seems odd, given that the bank fairly recently repatriated a large amount of its gold from the US. Number 9. India. 687.8 tons. It's no surprise that the Bank of India has one of the largest stores of gold in the world. The South Asian country, home to 1.25 billion people, is the second largest consumer of the precious metal and is one of the most reliable drivers of global demand. India's festival and wedding season, which runs from October to December, has historically been a huge boon to gold's love trade. Number 8. Japan. 765.2 tons. Japan, the world's third largest economy, is also the 8th largest hoarder of the yellow metal. Its central bank has been one of the most aggressive practitioners of quantitative easing. In January 2016, it lowered interest rates below zero, which has helped fuel demand for gold around the world. Number 7. Switzerland. 1,040 tons. In 7th place is Switzerland, which actually has the world's largest reserves of gold per capita. During World War II, the neutral country became the center of the gold trade in Europe, making transactions with both the Allies and Axis powers. Today, much of its gold trading is done with Hong Kong and China. Number 6. China. 1948.3 tons. In the summer of 2015, the People's Bank of China began sharing its gold purchasing activity on a monthly basis for the first time since 2009. Although China comes in 6th for most gold held, the yellow metal accounts for only a small percentage of its overall reserves, a mere 3.3%. As of 2021, China will now allow domestic and international banks to import large amounts of the precious metal into the country in an effort to support prices. Number 5. Russia. 2,295.4 tons. The Russian central bank has been one of the largest buyers of gold for the past 7 years and overtook China in 2018 to have the 5th largest reserves. In 2017, Russia bought 224 tons of bullion in an effort to diversify away from the US dollar, as its relationship with the West has grown chilly since the annexation of the Crimean Peninsula in mid-2014. To raise the cash for these purchases, Russia sold a huge percentage of its US treasuries. Number 4. France. 2,436 tons. Over the last few years, France's central bank has sold very little gold, and there have been calls to put an end to it entirely. Marine Le Pen, the country's far-right National Front Party's president, has led the charge to not only halt the sale of the country's gold, but also to repatriate the entire amount from foreign vaults. Number 3. Italy. 2,451.8 tons. Italy has likewise maintained the size of its reserves over the years. The Bank of Italy is in charge of the country's official foreign currency and gold reserves. After the US Federal Reserve, the Deutsche Bundesbank, and the International Monetary Fund, the Bank of Italy holds the world's 3rd largest gold reserves. The bank's gold is 2,452 tons, mostly in bars, 95,493, but with a few coins thrown in for good measure. Number 2. Germany. 3,362.4 tons. In 2017, Germany completed a 4-year repatriation operation to move a total of 674 tons of gold from the Banque de France and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York back to its own vaults. First announced in 2013, the move was expected to take until 2020 to complete. Although gold demand fell in 2017 after hitting an all-time high in 2016. This European country has seen gold investing steadily rise since the global financial crisis. Number 1. United States, 8,133.5 tons. With the largest official holdings in the world, the U.S. lays claim to nearly as much gold as the next 3 countries combined. It also has the 3rd highest gold allocation as a percentage of its foreign reserves. Well, the state of Texas went so far as to create its very own Texas Bullion Depository to safeguard investors' gold.